For the Fallen Wolf's intro, there will be a dark box around the area that the camera is in. The camera, being a person, is looking around before they are grabbed by Fallen Wolf, who stares at them for a bit before loudly growling and throwing them onto the ground. And here's some gameplay information. For the passive ability for the Fallen Wolf, after a short bit of time, Fallen Wolf's chest will start to burst out blotches of ink. Players can pick these up and obtain any randomized item within the game, with a significantly high chance of earning Doomfist, which can be used against Fallen Wolf when his chest is bursting. When punched by Doomfist in this state, he will be knocked onto his back for 4 seconds. Players cannot use a regularly spawned Doomfist against him. The M1 for the Fallen Wolf is he throws a right hook or swings the back of his hand. And for his first ability for the Fallen Wolf is he lets out a loud howl before running forwards incredibly fast. When he makes contact with someone, he will hit them by swinging both of his arms outward. When hitting a wall, he will get staggered and his passive will instantly activate. And the second ability for the Fallen Wolf is Fallen Wolf reels his fist back before jumping high into the air and punching the ground. When punching the ground, a massive AoE shockwave is created that flings players away and deals high amounts of damage depending on how close they were to Fallen Wolf. Rather than having to jump like in POW Hop, players must get out of the path he is going to jump towards. This ability can work like Inkfell's Devil's Dive. His jump height and distance will depend on where the user is aiming their camera. If Fallen Wolf performs this move with players 10 studs away from him, he will instead be stationary and slam both of his fists onto the ground, creating a bigger, more damaging shockwave. And for his third ability is Fallen Wolf will sit still for 2 seconds before letting out a massive burst of ink that summons a giant ink blob that transforms into a randomized large object that he will pick up with both of his hands and be able to throw forwards. When throwing the object, it will travel at a high speed and explode into pieces wherever it lands. When a player is hit by the object, or in the radius of the object exploding, they will be flung and take a very high amount of damage. And for his kill animation, Fallen Wolf will grab the player and rip one of their limbs off with his teeth and drops the player onto the ground and loom over them for a second before smashing their body with both of his hands. Oh, and fun little thing for Double Trouble for the Fallen Wolf. Fallen Wolf can use Inkfell's portals and travel through them, the same way Inkfell himself can.